amid the endless dunes of North Africa, where the sun melts metal and the wind howls over the charred remains of tanks. Two men were shaping the fate of a continent. One was Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, the legendary warrior of Nazi Germany. The other, Bernard Montgomery, a hard, disciplined British general who believed he was born to defeat Rommel. In 1942, their clash would turn the desert into a sea of blood. From 1940 to 1942, North Africa became a secondary front, yet one of vital strategic importance. Whoever controlled Egypt and the Suez Canal controlled the flow of oil, the lifeblood of the British Empire. Rommel was sent by Hitler to rescue the collapsing Italian army in Libya with fewer than 100,000 men. He terrified the British, driving them back hundreds of kilometers in just weeks. Erwin Rommel was unlike any other German general. He didn't hide in bunkers. He led from the front. He moved fast, struck hard, and appeared where no one expected. The Western press called him the Desert Fox. With his Panzer III anti-4 tanks, Rommel baffled the British. They never knew where he would strike next. But behind the glory lay exhaustion. The Afrika Korps lacked fuel, ammunition, and water. The Reich was stretched thin across Europe, and the desert showed no mercy. By August 1942, the situation was desperate. The British had been pushed back to El Alamein, only 100 kilometers from Alexandria. Prime Minister Churchill made a bold decision to change command. The man chosen was Bernard Montgomery, a peculiar, rigid, almost dogmatic general. Monty wasn't a tactical genius, but he was a master organizer. He restored discipline, rebuilt morale, and prepared for the greatest counterattack the desert had ever seen. Two men, two philosophies of war, about to collide. On the night of October 23, 1942, over 800 British guns opened fire. The Battle of El Alamein had begun. Rommel was in Germany on sick leave. When he returned, the balance had shifted. The British had 230,000 troops, twice the German numbers, and 3 times as many tanks. Montgomery did not rush headlong. He wore his enemy down with artillery and air power, crushing one strong point after another. Rommel counterattacked in desperation, but every shell, every barrel of fuel had to travel thousands of kilometers across the Mediterranean, and the Royal Navy ruled the sea. By November 4th, Rommel was forced to retreat. The Afrika Korps dissolved into the burning sands. The Battle of El Alamein was more than a military victory. It was a symbol, a moment Churchill would describe as, "This is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is, perhaps, the end of the beginning." Rommel withdrew, carrying his legend but losing everything. Montgomery became a hero, though he knew well that this victory was earned not only by skill, but by time and supply. The North African desert, where two great men left their footprints, and tens of thousands of souls lie buried beneath the sands. In the next episode, the Second Battle of El Alamein, the final sandstorm, we'll see how Montgomery launched his pursuit across Libya and how Rommel, though defeated, never lost his name, the Desert Fox.